For Anthony Cosmo, his Buffalo lacrosse dream started as a teenage fan at the Odd.
I stood behind the glass in their warm-up, and it was Cowie. Russ Cowie was the goalie at that time, and the announcer was practicing his Russ Cowie voice, his Russ Cowie, big save, right? And I can remember standing behind there, and one of my friends, we kind of looked at each other, and we're like, hey, your name could swap in for Cowie. It could be Cosmo.
And here we are roughly 17 years later, Cosmo embarking on his first full season as a Bandit, now a teammate of John Tavares, who also caught his attention that same night.
JT was one of those guys I looked up to, and just as he shot, he kind of banged the glass and looked at me, and it was just one of those things, and this is where I need to be. This is the future. This is what I love to do. So the Bandits here have a real close part in my heart.
4 times an All-Pro and a former NLL goaltender of the year, Cosmo joined the Bandits from Minnesota midway through last season, after previous stops with Toronto, San Jose, and Boston.
A lot of people turn and try to look at something like a Toronto Rock or even a Colorado, but it's here in Buffalo that this is the home of lacrosse and the home of box lacrosse and professional lacrosse. And being an older guy in this league, pretty lucky to be on this team.
And first-year GM Steve Dietrich feels the same way, despite Cosmo coming off of, statistically, one of his worst years.
Forget about last year. Cos is the best goalie in the game. You know, when Bobby Watson retired, I think the mantle was passed to Cos. So we're looking at Cos to just do his job. And doing his job is being the best goalie that there is.
Another look. Cosmo with a great save.
Incredibly, despite all the accolades and 48 saves on 55 shots versus Toronto in May, Cosmo is 0-7 all-time in postseason play. Dietrich acknowledges it has to gnaw at him.
That's been brought up so many times, but you look in the summer leagues and the guy wins Man Cups. So I don't look at it. It could have been bad fortune. It could have been the teams that he's been on. And, you know, having played the position, you either get too much glory or too much of the blame. It's just the way it is. If Cos can play like he did last year, I have no worries about the goaltending position at all.
I'm young, and I still have it inside. And that's how I know I'm young. I'm young at heart, young in will to play, and young in wanting to win.
And with this year being about change in Bandit land, Cosmo is as excited as ever.
And anytime you have change, there's that nervousness, but that excitement that drives you this year and every year to do better. And I can't wait for this year. Maybe this year is another Bandit year that we get to host that cup.
7 of them had to put on his basketball shoes to keep that in play. To Sanderson. Double team went for behind the backer. Couldn't find LeBlanc, but Tainhouse keeps it rock ball. Tainhouse under